Hello and welcome to Beyond the Stage with me, Jay Darcy. I'm joining you here from the beautiful Palace Theatre, a venue I'm sure you all know and love. But how much do you really know about this iconic building and its sister venue, the Opera House? The Palace Theatre and Opera House have invited me to go behind the scenes to show you everything there is to know about theatre life. I've been a theatre reviewer for 6 years now, and now it's time for me to take you behind the curtain. From backstage tours to deep dives into the archives, to exclusive chats with cast, crew and all the people who keep these massive buildings running. I can't wait to see what we find. We want these videos to be for you, our theatre loving community, so sound off in the comments about what you'd like to see and we'll do our best to get it covered. Let's get started. With so much going on, I don't even know where to start, so I've picked 3 top things to talk about. It feels like we've had to wait forever for this news, but she's back. Mary Poppins is flying into Manchester in April 2025. Because the show has so much going on stage, we've had a few questions from you guys, and me to be honest, asking what the view is like from our Grand Tier seats. Let's go check it out. So here I am, row K in the Grand Tier. You can see the whole of the stage, some of the orchestra, and even better, this exact seat for Mary Poppins will only set you back £15 plus a booking fee. Direct from the London Palladium, the sensational new production of The Wizard of Oz, with our very own Panto King, Jason Manford, playing the Cowardly Lion. We decided to catch up with the show for an exclusive interview.
The Wizard of Oz is obviously like one of the most iconic films of all time. Every single generation grows up with it, like going way back to our great-grandparents. What is it like for you starring in something that is so iconic and so nostalgic? Does it take you back to a childhood at all?
Absolute dream come true. It was one of the first movies that I ever saw that really kind of opened my eyes and made me fall in love with a story and certain actors, like Judy Garland, and it kind of, growing up as a young LGBTQ plus youth, it was kind of seeing that, it was kind of like a metaphor for my life. I moved to Liverpool when I was 16, and that was me kind of, finding my Emerald City. That Liverpool became that for me, and it's the whole story is about growing up and finding your tribe and finding the people that can help you along the way.
I reviewed this production at Curve in Leicester a few years ago, and I loved that it honors the original, but it's also sort of got its own aesthetic identity, which makes it sort of unique and modern and relevant. How well do you think that this production balances the two in terms of being nostalgic, honoring the original, but also doing its own thing, sort of?
Well, Nikolai Foster, our director, I think his vision was just absolutely perfect. You see many a show that are brought right up to date. Nikolai hasn't done that. He's brought it slightly more, I'd say another 40 years, if that. My timelines are all messed up in my head. But it's just slightly more forward. Kansas still very much looks like Kansas in the movie. Oz is just a tiny bit more, it's a bit more neon. It's a bit more Las Vegas. It's a bit, don't want to ruin anything, but Glinda comes in on a pink Vespa rather than, a flying bubble. The Wicked Witch of the West, she's like Betty Davis. She's got these huge Dior-esque gowns on. She's got a martini glass in hand. She's fabulous, but still menacing and evil.
So what is it like stepping into a role that is, one, so iconic, and two, so many big names have played previously?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Margaret Hamilton obviously just was the most amazing original. She originated the role back in the movie. So it is kind of paying homage to her, but also putting your complete own spin on it.
You're used to doing your makeup and spending however long on it, but being green, does that take quite a lot of effort, putting it on, taking it off?
So I get a 14-minute quick change in the show, which is, when you put it on, when you read that on paper, it's like my heart stopped. I thought, well, it's never going to work, because I usually take 3 hours to get into drag. But with most gigs, I'm usually the only drag queen on it. Every TV show I've ever done, I'm the only drag queen on it, apart from Drag Race. So I'm used to being the first in, the last out. I'm here at 10 o'clock every morning, leave at 10:30 every night. So yeah, it's a lot, and it's a big commitment. But yeah, someone's got to do it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I hope you have
my love.
a best day.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You too. See you later. Bye-bye.
Now this is going to be epic. Tina, the Tina Turner musical, is going on its first ever UK tour, and it's going to be spending Christmas 2025 right here in Manchester. If you're wondering what to expect, I got you covered. I headed down to the West End to find out all about this show-stopping musical.
Tali Perlman. I'm the producer of the show, and I just want to say how thrilled I am to have you all here. Thank you for coming. This is the first production we have launched since Tina passed away in May. And the thing is that no one knew touring like Tina Turner knew touring. She'd been doing it since she was 17 years old, and she loved it. And we spoke a lot about it. And she loved the ambition of it, the scale of it. She loved the discipline of it. And most of all, she loved the connections she could make with her audiences. So I know that she would be so thrilled that we're finally taking her story on the road to you.
Why did you think Tina Turner's story would make a good musical? Of all of like the music icons out there, why Tina?
Tina has a story unlike any other. So I think in addition to her incredible songbook, these anthems that we were raised with, and very popular and emotional anthems too, as well as the best dance numbers, you have an incredibly dramatic story. Two halves really, one more known, obviously her early years and a very, very difficult marriage to Ike Turner. Really some struggles she had to overcome there to leave. And then the second half of our story is a story that nobody really knew about until the musical, which is how she had to reinvent herself, and she did that indeed in London. So there's drama, but there are enormous heights, and not many music icons have that life. She is exceptional.
It's been on the West End for a good few years now. It's been in
6
America,
years.
it's been all over 6 years, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And still going strong.
Still going strong.
Why now are you touring it around the UK?
There are not many shows that can continue to run in the West End and have a tour route of this kind. This is a really premium tour route. We're going to the best cities across the UK and Ireland. So we really wanted to wait for the right moment. And the West End right now, post-pandemic as well, is doing better than ever. Audiences continue to sell out our houses, and indeed our audiences are growing. We're getting younger and younger audiences all the time, more diverse audiences all the time. So Tina's story is still resonating, and so we thought this is the perfect moment now to bring the show further to our continent.
A lot of female artists struggle to still continue having hits once they reach 40. Tina Turner had most of her hits after 40.
Absolutely, that's when she started.
Yeah,
that's
so this is
her
such like
entire
a girl boss
solo
story.
career. I mean, most people, if you name the top 3 Tina songs you know, they would be, 90% of those would be the songs she recorded from London onwards, 1980s onward.
It's so inspiring.
So that's really inspiring. So, and even when I speak with even, you know, not only women, but men who come to the show, it really does inspire you to live your life as you want to and make the decisions you want to make and make your choices and stand by them and persevere. And they will come. And so her message is just, and for me, I'm 45, you know.
You look amazing.
Just for you. You can reinvent yourself.
Think about reinvention and also having career success after 40. You've been in your position for a decade now, I believe.
Almost, yes.
Almost a
Say
decade.
that, yeah.
So you've got one of the biggest musicals on the West End right now.
Yeah.
What next?
Oh, we've got a lot.
Really?
It's a real joy. I love developing Enoch. It's where there's a lot of other things I have to do in my job, but it's where my heart lies. So we have several new musicals in development. So we should keep in touch.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Watch this space.
Thank you.
So
See you in
much.
Manchester.
Yeah,
Okay.
see you in Manchester.
Bye.
And there you have it. Thank you for joining us for the first ever episode of Beyond the Stage. Next time we'll be heading down to our sister venue, the Opera House. So if you have any questions or content you'd like regarding either venue, drop us a comment. Until next time.